Hi everyone, this is Mindy Egan for Honeybee Stamps, and in today's video I'm going to be creating with the Winter Village set in the mason jar. Now, I guess I shouldn't say I'm making a winter village because I only have one house. It's not really a village. But I am using the Winter Village die set. So that's where all of these pieces came from. And I sped this up quite a bit because this portion is mainly just gluing all of these pieces. I went through my scraps of cardstock, which this is a great way to use up your scraps because these houses and these pieces are pretty tiny. And I know this may seem like a lot of work to go into a card, but this is something where, if you have a mini die cutting machine, you can take that and just maybe watch a movie, throw on some Netflix, maybe on your laptop, and just die cut a bunch of pieces in some contrasting colors. Like I have a light brown for my house and the dark brown for the roof, and just die cut a bunch of pieces so you can sit down and glue everything together. Now, the top of my house and also the tops of my trees are going to be cut from some white glitter cardstock. And to adhere everything down, I'm just using my Honeybee Stamps liquid glue, and I switch between tweezers and a jewel picker to pick up the pieces depending on the size. Now, I have this adorable little house, but I'm adding little bits of scrap yellow cardstock behind the windows so it looks like there's a light on in the house. And then here are the trees where I just added little dabs of glue to the very top to glue on that glistening snow on the top of the tree. For the other piece of my card that's going to go on the mason jar, I have these foliage pieces, and these are die cut from the lovely layering Pinecone set. They were just the perfect size to fit at the bottom of my mason jar, and I'm spritzing on them some iridescent shimmer spray, and then I'm going to just carefully pick them up and place them on a paper towel to dry. So for my mason jar, I have the main piece that I'm going to die cut from a light blue cardstock, and then the bottom of it I'm die cutting from a matte gold. So you can see on the right that I have everything kind of laid out, just getting an idea where I want everything, but I needed to ground my house. So I die cut that mason jar again from white cardstock, and then I'm just trimming with my scissors to create a little snowy hill. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my light blue cardstock. You can see I have this beautiful pattern paper that I picked out that my mason jar is going to go on top of. I think this is a freebie pack that comes in when you place an order. I believe that's where it came from, but there are some gorgeous papers that Honeybee Stamps offers. Now, something I should have did before I added my snowdrift was a little bit of ink blending. This was kind of an afterthought. I wanted to just add a little bit more contrast to this so it wasn't such a plain light blue. So I started out with Salty Ocean, and I ink blended at the top and then around the edges so that I have this highlight area in the center. Then I came in with Blueprint Sketch, doing the same thing but just not going in as far, and then finishing it off with Chipped Sapphire to add a little bit more interest and really give this kind of that rustic, wintry feeling. I am taking my mason jar, I masked off my snowdrift, and I have my foliage pieces, and this is some Copic white ink, or you could use some white distress paint that I mixed with a little bit of water, and I'm adding flicks of this onto those foliage pieces and then also my background. So while everything is set off on the side to dry, I am taking that scratch piece that I cut off before, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment that is from the Home for the Holidays stamp set. I am stamping this in the Honeybee Stamps Intense Black ink, and I'm going to stamp it twice just to make sure it is really nice and crisp because I was tapping very gentle to stamp it down the first time. So then I'll use the coordinating die to die cut that out. And now I'm going to start some assembly. So I'm gluing the largest trees. I'm gluing one on each side of my house. I like to have kind of one complete piece when I'm going to glue on top of my project. So now I want these little trees behind my house. So I'm going to add some liquid glue, and I'm using my house as kind of a placeholder so I know where to add those small trees. Then I'm going to take some foam squares and add them behind my house. So this is going to pop it up a little bit and give it some separation from the background. And I can add that to the front of my mason jar. And you can go either way with your mason jar. I, for some reason, just always had it in my head my mason jar is upside down because that's how my decorations are when I buy them like this. But you could certainly do it the other way so that the lid is at the top. Now I'm adding my little foliage pieces down towards the bottom, and I'm just using some liquid glue, and I'm not gluing the whole thing. I'm just gluing or adding glue to the stems and then placing that down. Kind of hold that for a few seconds, make sure it sticks really well to your lid. Now, something I've been seeing a lot lately, especially with the honeybee release, is people using rock candy glitter on their foliage pieces. So I'm going to take some Distress Collage Medium and I'm adding that just here and there to my foliage, and it's actually kind of chunky. I'm purposely making sure that there are larger chunks of this glue, and then I'm going to sprinkle on with a small spoon, which let me tell you, this small spoon is awesome for sprinkling on glitter. I'm adding that over those areas, and then I'll set that off on the side to dry. But as I was doing this, I was thinking that the center of where my foliage meets was kind of bare, and this was a great opportunity for me to dig out my wax melts. So I have a tea light here and I'm placing this holder over the tea light, and I also have my Honeybee Stamps silicone mat, which is really great for adding your wax on top of. Now I'm bringing in the Hugs and Kisses melts, but I only want the red from it. I want to add that red centerpiece to my foliage. I'm going to place about 4 of them in that spoon, and then I super sped this up because I thought it was really cool to watch those wax melt in the spoon. Now don't touch the metal, only touch that black handle because this gets super, super hot. I'm going to take my craft pick and I'm just going to stir that up once everything is melted. And then I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to carefully pour this onto that silicone mat. Now I'll be showing here in just a minute how to clean off your spoon, but I did wipe off my craft pick with a paper towel. So I'm carefully just letting that wax pour onto my silicone mat. And then I'm going to take my wax stamper. Now this is in a heart shape, or it has a heart on it, but there are some really nice Christmas ones that Honeybee Stamps offers. So I just place that on top and I'm going to let that sit. Then I'm taking my paper towel and I'm carefully wiping out that wax that was still hot in my spoon. Just be sure to not touch that spoon because it will burn you. So while I'm waiting for that to set, I guess you could say, I added some foam tape behind my mason jar and added that to the front of my pattern paper. I also took some liquid glue, added it behind my sentiment that I layered up with about 3 other pieces of cardstock to add dimension. Now, it really does not take that long for this wax to cool. I was able to pick this right up. My wax stamper is perfectly clean, and I just kind of bent up my silicone mat a little bit to let this release from there. It comes off super, super easy. I added some of that Distress Collage Medium behind my wax piece and then added that to the center of my foliage. And now here is a closer look at all the detail that went into that. So I really love all that glitter on the foliage. And like I said, as far as die cutting those houses, that's something you can sit and do just while watching a movie and maybe create a few of them. Now, one thing I really wanted to try is I have this like gold deco color pen. This reminds me of pens that I used to use in school. They were metallic, they smelled funny, but I've seen people using these on top of their wax melts. So I colored my heart in gold with that deco color pen, and I thought that looked super cool. So that finishes up my card project for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is not something you would mass produce, but it's definitely something I would save to give to someone special and appreciate the work that went into the card. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.